let's talk about a Pokemon, not so much a Pokemon theory, but a Pokemon question. If you were to eat a grass-type Pokemon, or at the very least the leafy parts of them, would that technically be eating meat or eating a vegetarian meal? Well, that's what we're going to find out today on Master Trainer, the channel aimed at helping you become a Pokemon master. And so what spawned this? Well, if many of you have followed the channel, indeed my main channel, this channel, or just me on social media, you'll know that a lot of my videos and whatnot are jointly written up by either me and my friend Rose or me and my boyfriend Elliot. And Elliot and I were talking the other night and we kind of got into this debate. It was like midnight and we were bored. Now there are arguments for this. On one thing, many grass-type Pokemon are more animal-esque in their qualities, such as Bulbasaur, which is like a frog, or Leafeon, which is like a fox, but also they have leaves on them. They have fruits growing from some of them, such as Tropius and whatnot. And so it could be argued that you're eating a plant, essentially. Especially since, as some studies have shown, some plants do in fact communicate with one another in much the same way that many animals do. Besides, just look at some of the grass-type Pokemon out there. Carnivine comes to mind. Look at that thing. It's just a Venus flytrap with googly eyes on it. What's my theory? Where do I stand on this? Personally, I think it's on a case-by-case basis. And like with plants in the real world, not all grass-type Pokemon I think would be safe for consumption. I mean, we know Pokemon are eaten in Pokemon world. Magikarp fillets, Tauros burgers, Volcano baked meat. But I think it'd be a pretty good assumption that anything that knows to move toxic or is part poison type, probably not safe for consumption. But with that said, what about like some floras? What about Sunkern? Can you go to the grocery store and just buy like a thing of chopped up Sunkern seeds? Like, is that like the Pokemon equivalent of sunflower seeds? No, I guess maybe they're actual sunflowers. And even then, in the early Pokemon anime episodes even showed some actual animals in there, but that's opening a whole nother bag of worms. What I'm saying is that I'm not completely sure. So I asked Reddit. I asked the official Pokemon subreddit what they thought about this, because again, I think it's on a case-by-case basis. You know, we have some which are Carnivine, which I think is just a sentient plant, but then something like Bulbasaur is probably just an animal with plant-like qualities, if that makes sense. So in order to get to the bottom of this, let's see what Reddit had to say. So here we are on Reddit, and the question was, if you were to eat a grass-type Pokemon, would that technically be a vegetarian meal? So here's what I originally asked just a couple days ago. So earlier my boyfriend and I got into a debate. As we have seen the Pokemon anime, it's not uncommon to eat Pokemon. Image of Team Rocket fantasizing about cooking up Magikarp come to mind. However, as grass-type Pokemon are heavily based off a plant, are they technical animals with plant-like attributes, or just sentient plants? And thus, would eating one technically be a vegetarian meal? Furthermore, would it be right to assume that consuming something such as a Bulbasaur, which is part poison type, could be lethal? And I guess, as for one more question, are there any examples of grass types being consumed throughout the Pokemon series? Word questions, I know, but as always, inquiring minds would like to know. I think that's what I'm going to use for my tag on all these Pokemon questions if I keep doing these. Inquiring minds would indeed like to know. So the first one comes from Exlom, who says, well, most of them would still contain meat, like I'm pretty sure a Bulbasaur would have meat, but there might be some that don't, though I don't know if this is confirmed. And also, what about the bulb on top of Bulbasaur? Which he says, well, it's definitely part of the body, but I'd say it's vegetarian, so I guess that also is unclear. Mr. Kami asks, I have a better question. What grass Pokemon could be turned into a drug? Number one is Cherubi, which has Dex number 420, blaze it. And also Gloom. Yeah, Gloom, there's definitely some examples of that. Do people smoke any Pokemon? I mean, I'm assuming people smoke in Pokemon. I mean, clearly people use guns and stuff in Pokemon. They eat jelly donuts. Do people smoke like bay leaf? Is that a thing? Banana Blade of Doom kind of echoes some similar sentiments to myself. I wouldn't eat anything that can learn toxic if I were you. The Bearded One just says, checkmate vegans, so yeah, good point I guess. Visk Viops, that person says, you're not even eating my Leafeon. Now we get into an interesting discussion, started by Pixel Goldfish. If they belong to the animal kingdom, then no. If they are just sentient plants, I guess it's still not vegan as it's a living thing. But then Hope Fragment brings up a good point. Ordinary plants exist in the Pokemon world. Unlike plants, grass Pokemon can think, feel, and move like animals, and due to that, I think they would be placed in the animal kingdom or whatever they call that kingdom. They are quote-unquote animals that convergently evolved to have plant-like traits. And even if they were just highly evolved plants, all Pokemon can think and feel, therefore no vegan or would consider them vegan, or even just vegetarian, even eat grass Pokemon. Plants are vegan because they cannot think or feel. I want to bet that if you cut an Osh's leaves to saute in butter, it's going to literally scream. No, unless you make sure you've used some sleep powder on it first. Pixel Goldfish and responded, my thoughts exactly, but please don't ever make me picture cutting Osh's leaves off again, because I feel like a monster. Then we have another one with Luke Ferrario saying no, because the entire point is that vegetarians don't want to eat any animal because it can think and feel, which a Pokemon can do, so regardless of whether it's considered more plant or not, it would be a very non-vegetarian thing to do. Jaden Him says, some just eat vegetarian because it's healthier. Maybe there are some Johto citizens who skip the Toro's burger for a Blossom Caesar salad. God, that actually sounds really tasty. So that's it for today's video. If you cook up a grass type Pokemon, are you making a vegetarian dish? Well, as I said earlier, it's on a case by case basis. So before I end off and go eat some nice tasty chikorita leaf, or maybe smoke some bay leaf leaf, why don't you subscribe to Master Trainer for more great content like this, or even share this video out with the world. What weird Pokemon theories or discussions would you like for me to do in the future? Did you enjoy this video? Well, let me know down in the comment section below. So with that, thank you very much for watching, stay classy, and I'll see you next time.